Guys, welcome again to KharizApparel YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be learning how to draft and sew bustier with a keyhole neckline. Okay, the first thing I did was just to go ahead to take my half length for my basic bodice, and I've also imputed my measurement as well. For the neckline, I work with 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch. Okay, then that means 3.5 inch width and 3.5 inch for the depth. Okay, for my clients, a nipple to nipple or bust span measurement is 8. I went ahead to divide and I got 4 inches. Okay, so and I just went ahead to mark at the bust line, the under bust, and the waistline. Then I connected using a straight rule, as you can see me do. Okay, then from the waistline to the side going to the center front, I took 0.5 inch. Then from the bust line, I came down by 0.5. Okay, then from the side at the under bust line going to the side seam area, I took 1.5 inch, and also at the waistline 1.5 inch. Okay, so I'm just going to connect my line as you can see me do, connecting the 0.5 inch. Okay, then to back to the 0.5 inch. Okay, then I'm also connecting the 1.5 inch. Okay, then the 0.5 inch I'm connecting to the 0.5 before my bust line, and I'm also connecting to the other way as you can see me do. Okay, for my dart intake. Okay, so the next I'm just going to check where you want the bustier to stop. Like, okay, do you want your boots to show and all that? So I just came down from the shoulder line by 8 inches. Okay, from the shoulder line by 8 inches, that's what I work with. And I also connected my dart leg to that line as you can see me do. Okay, this part is the part I'm going to use the Ankara for. Then the yoke part I'm going to work with in net fabric. Okay, so at the side going to the center front, I took 0.5 inch, and at the other way I took 0.75 inch. Okay, and I connected my line as you can see me do. Okay, alright, so I'm connecting the 0.5 inch now. It's for my overbust tightening. Alright, you just need to tighten the overbust. Okay, alright, so the next thing I did now was to come down from my neckline by 2 inches. Now, no, you can actually determine the depth of what you want for the keyhole neckline. Okay, but for me I work with 2 inches. Then I'm just connecting now to my second dart leg. You can see where I'm placing my curve rule. All right, so I just connected like this. Okay, so that's going to serve as the yoke. That will be my yoke. Okay, then from the bust. Okay, from the bust area at the side seam area, I came down by 1.5 inch and I connected back, okay, to the bust line, as you can see me do. Alright, so that's going to be for my bust dart. So I'm just going ahead to stroke out the part that I'll be cutting at. I don't need this part, okay. Alright, so I just mark it out like that. Alright, so the next thing I did, I went ahead to draft out my back pattern. Okay, I already have a detail to show on the back pattern. That was why I didn't bother to start going all over again. Now I worked the 1.5 inch for the bust that I shortened from the back length. Okay, so the front pattern I work with 17 inches. Then for the back I work with 15.5 inches. Okay, so at the center back at the zipper line, I'm just going to go in by 0.5 and reconnect my line just to eliminate zipper bulge. okay, at the back. All right, so I'm going to retake the 0.5 inch, at this other way again, and reconnect my line. So this is going to serve as my zipper. Your zipper line is not expected to be straight. That's if you're using a zipper for this type of dress. If you're not using a zipper, you want to use a loop, you don't need to include the zipper line. Okay, so that's for my yoke, and that's the center front. Don't forget, it's on a fold. It's going to be on a fold, okay, when you're cutting. All right, so I'm just going ahead now. When you check the style, you find out that it's having a little sweetheart, okay, neckline at the center front. Okay, so I just came down from my chest line now by 1 inch, and I'm just connecting. Okay, sorry, my over bust line, I'm just connecting just 1 inch because the sweetheart neckline was not deep, just little, so that's why I'm working with 1 inch. Okay, so that's that for this pattern. Next, I just cut it out. Okay, I'm just cutting it out, as you can see me do. Alright, so guys, now I'm just cutting out my front pattern. Okay, I've cut out the yoke. Sorry, my camera didn't capture everything from this side, but just know it was just the front pattern I cut out. The next is the back pattern. Okay, cutting through the zipper. Okay, so that's that for the cutting. I'm going to put this pattern paper I needed aside. Alright, so this is my pieces. This is what I'm going to use to cut out my fabric now. I'll bring in my fabric. Now, before I cut out my fabric, for the front pattern, for this side seam area, we're going to close the bust darts. Okay, we're going to close the bust darts. So when you close up the bust dart, work with 17 inches for this part, and the back was 15.5. So when you close up the bust dart, it will equal with the back length. Okay, my masking tape was not available yet, so that's why I'm just using my gum to hold this in place. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. You just close up your dart, your bust dart. Okay, so next, now I'm just going, before using it to cut out my pattern, I'm just going to draw out my cup, like what I'm going to use for the wadding to pad the bustier. Okay, so I came down from the top of the pattern by 0.5 inch. Then I'm just connecting in a curved way, as you can see me do. Okay, I'm just connecting in a curved way. So this is going to be for the side. Then don't forget, this is going to be two piece, one for the left and one for the right. Okay, so that's that for that. I came down by 0.5, and also at the center piece, I'm going to come down again by 0.5. It should match up, it should be equal. Okay, so that's 0.5. I'm just going to again curve. This is what I'm going to use to cut out the wadding I'm going to work with. Okay, you can see what I'm having. So by the time you place together, it's going to be equal. All right, so that's that for this. Then when you take it to the underbust area, you can see the way it's going to be equal. All right, so that's this. I'm going to use this now to cut out my fabric before cutting out the cup. All right, so I'm going ahead to cut out my fabric. Don't forget, I didn't add any seam allowance. So for this center piece, I just left half an inch seam allowance for the joining. Okay, and the side, I left 2 inches for the side seam. Okay, I also left half an inch. Okay, at the up and at the down, I left half an inch as well. Now also cut out my yoke with a black net. Okay, all right, so I'm going to remove my pattern from the fabric. Okay, so I just bring them aside, then I'm going to cut out the cup, like what I'm going to use to cut out the wadding. Okay, you can see I'm just cutting it out so I can cut out my wadding. Okay, so that's that for this. Okay, so you can see what we are having. This is what I'm going to use to pad. Alright, so I'll put this aside. So I've gone ahead now. Don't forget the fabric is in a fold. So I just went ahead to use a hairstay to on my fabric. Okay, I just use hairstay on it. I hire my hairstay on it. Then next I've cut out my wadding or my pad. So I'm bringing it out. Don't forget to place rightly. Okay, the side going to the bust line, don't forget to indicate and know where to position your cups. All right, okay, so I'm just bringing it out. I'm moving the pins from inside. I added half an inch because of we added extra half an inch when we are cutting the main fabric. Okay, so I'm just checking my yoke to see how many inches we left 8 inches, so I'm just going to take that aside. Okay, so I'll know where to place my wadding or my pad. Okay, you can see the under bust line, that's where I'm trying to get at this area. Now I've chopped out my under bust area. Okay, so from there I'm just marking, because it's better to place rightly. The part should go to the under bust. It should start from the under bust. Okay, so I'm just placing it like this. You can see the way it's looking. Okay, so I'm just placing like this now, making sure everything is accurate, making sure it's at the under bust line. All right, then next I'm just going to use my pin to hold it in place. Using my pin to hold it in place, as you can see me do. Okay, so so then next I'm just going to, okay, you can see the way it's looking now. Next I'm going to bring out this side piece. Okay, marking out the under bust again as well, then placing my cups again, my pad. All right, the wadding. Now I'm taking the side facing the side I'm going to join. Okay, I'm just placing it like that. Also don't forget we came down by 0.5 inch, so that's the same thing we're going to do here. Come down by the 0.5 inch and place your wadding, then just pin down. Okay, so I've gone ahead to do place the other one on this second piece. The next is just go ahead now and join one piece to the center piece like that, making sure you pin the under bust. The under bust must align. It must align. Okay, it must align. But from there you go ahead to, you can just go ahead to pin down to make sure everything is in place when doing this. Okay, so I'm just stitching one piece, the side piece now to one of the side pieces to the center piece. So I'm just stitching it down, making sure the bust line. Okay, just stitching down, as you can see me do. So you can see the way it's coming out. Okay, are you saying, see the way it's looking? But I'm going to cut out my, as in cut slash through my side seam. Okay, then iron properly. This is what we are having, guys, when I was done with both side of it. Okay, I'm done with both sides. This is how it's coming out. Okay, so but I'm going to show you inside now. Look at what I did. I went ahead to iron my seam open, and I also used my hair stitch to just hold it in place. You can see the way the cups is looking inside. Okay, then I did the same thing to my lining, but my lining I only just hasted my lining. I didn't add any pads to it. Okay, if you want to add part to it, why not? You can. If the person is having a small bust, you can do that, but I just use only hasty on it. Then for the yoke neckline, you can go ahead to bias the neckline and also the opening at the down part. But for me, I work with nets, that light normal black nets. That's what I work with to just lining. Okay, so then the next thing, I'm going to check for the midpoints. All right, from my center piece, I'm just checking the midpoint. Also for the yoke, I'm checking the midpoint just to know get to place uh, when to place get to place when stitching the yoke to the down part. Okay, so I'm just making sure I align everything together. Okay, so I'm taking out the I'm just trying to align everything. Note that the opening, you're not going to stitch the opening. Okay, you're going to place, you can see the way it's looking. Make sure that opening is there. Okay, so you flip back again now, and this time around bring your lining, check the midpoint again and place it midpoint to midpoint, removing the yoke part should not enter the lining for this for the midpoint. I'm shifting that aside so I can be able to stitch round like that. So I've gone ahead to stitch. This is how it's looking. Okay, you can see that part covered up now, but with the opening at the center. Okay, so guys, this is what we are having. You can see the way inside now it's looking neat inside. So this is how to cover up your keyhole neckline with your lining. Okay, so guys, if this video has been helpful, why not give it a thumbs up? Thanks for watching, guys. See you in my next video.